Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we are starting part third, that is leverage and next step, and 11th chapter, that is moving on up. Let's start. Tweaking your way to the bank. How a small actions create big increases in income. Over and over, the subjects of our case studies discussed how growing the business wasn't nearly as hard as starting the business. It took a while to find something that worked. A common statement began, but once we were rolling, we gained traction and quickly took off. As we saw with the next story in chapter 6, the guy who was thrilled about selling his first $50 print. Sometimes the first sale is the hardest but also the most rewarding. Several others said much the same thing. The day I got my first sale was when I knew the business was going to work out. Everything that came afterward was reinforcement of the initial success. I call it the first $1.26 in the hardest principle because one day many years ago I made my first $1.26 with a new project while on a layover in Brussels. I couldn't afford a single Belgian waffle on the day's deck, but I had a good feeling about the future. In this chapter, we will look at ways to move on up by increasing income in an existing business. How does this happen? No doubt there are a few different factors. Momentum is important as the ongoing attention of the business owner. The longer a micro business is around with customers and onlookers saying good things about it, the more the word will spread. In addition to these natural factors, a series of small regular actions is all it takes for many businesses to go from zero to hero in a short period of time. These actions are called tweaks. Neve Latwood was a classic ski bum. He lived in Whistler, British Columbia, and worked off and on in restaurants at night while snowboarding during the day. Life was basic but good until the limited employment ended when Neve was laid off. Needing to make ends meet, he began offering snowboard lessons, a part time gig that was highly valued by his students. Teaching students in person on the Whistler slopes was fun and rewarding, but it also had a number of built in unavoidable limitations. Lots of competition, relatively few clients, and limited times of year when he could work. Nave knew that people all over the world wanted to learn about snowboarding, but what if he could teach them all virtually without needing to be in the same place? Getting his act together, Nave worked with a couple of close friends to create Snowboard Addiction, a worldwide series of snowboarding tutorials. It was an instant hit, drawing customers from 20 countries and making $30,000 in year one. Not bad for a ski bum. Since Neve had never been that focused on making money, that was the highest annual income he had ever had at that point. The next year, he put more thought into the business, scaling up with affiliates and a broader range of products. The result, just under $1 lakh in net income. Nave was still on the slopes during the day, but worked closely with his new partners during the times to scale the business even further. The next plan was foreign language translation. Snowboard addiction went out around the world in 9 languages, with more versions scheduled to roll out based on customer demand. Naturally, the growing business had its challenges. An untrained and accidental entrepreneur now had to learn a lot about strategy, accounting, and marketing. Stickers that were ordered from China arrived months late and in an unusable condition. Just 2 years in, however, the business was on track to earn at least $3 lakh. As we have heard over and over in other stories, Neve speaks proudly of his new independence. Frankly, starting this business after being laid off has been the best decision of my life, he says. The greatest benefit he has been the greatest benefit has been the freedom and ability to do what I like. My plan is to travel for 6 months for every year and run the business for the other 6 months of each year. And of course, while he is running the business, he still finds plenty of time to hit the slopes. Tweaking your way to the bank, the big picture, the not so secret to improving income in an existing business is through tweaks, small changes that create a big impact. If a product typically has a 1.5% conversion rate and you increase the rate to 1.75%, the difference adds up to a lot of money as time goes on. If a business normally attracts four new customers a day and begins attracting five, the impact is tremendous. Not only is the business now earning 25% more income, it has diversified its customer base. If you grow your traffic a little and also increase your conversion rate a little while also increasing the average sale price a little, your business grows a lot. These are the most important areas on which to focus your tweak efforts. So let's look at them closely. Increase traffic. Whether you have a website or a storefront without people who regularly drop by to see your offer, you have no business. Traffic means attention. How much attention is your business getting? I heard from a new businesses owner who was disappointed in the result of her first product launch because only four people had purchased. How many prospects were on your list? I asked. I am not entirely sure. She said, maybe 100. I said I was impressed because 4% is a great conversion rate for many businesses. The problem wasn't getting more of her limited audience to purchase, it was getting more of an audience in the first place. The best thing to do in this situation is to focus on increasing traffic, thereby bringing in more potential customers. Increase conversion. Once you have a stable base of attention, whether measured in site traffic or another way, you will want to look closely at the conversion rate, the percentage of prospects who become customers. The classic way to increase the conversion rate is through testing by measuring one copywriting attempt or offer or headline or something else against another and going with the winner. Traffic leads to A/B test that leads to compare results. After you have a winner, you move on to another test, always challenging the champion against another idea. Google Optimizer allows you to do this for free. This can indeed be a good strategy. One tip, however, it may be more important to pay close attention to where customers come from than to what you can do to convert them once they arrive. Testing is important, but it pales in comparison to the traffic source. Author and entrepreneur Ramit Sethi told me people love to spend time split testing headlines, copy, graphics, even tiny boxes. They can usually achieve greater returns by focusing on the source. Increase average sales price. If you can increase the average sales price per order, this will increase your bottom line just as increasing traffic or conversion will. You can do this most easily through upsells, cross sells, and sales after the sale. If you shop on Amazon.com, you have probably seen its related items, and customers who bought this item also bought these items features. These features are highlighted and widely replicated elsewhere for a simple reason: they work extremely well. The difference between upsells, cross sells, and sales after the sales is illustrated as follows. Upsells, how it works. Offers a higher level version or additional item upon purchase. Message: would you like fries with that? Cross sells. How it works? Offers related items to customers making a purchase. Message: other people making this same purchase also bought these things. Sell after the sale. How it works? Special offer made to customers immediately after a sale. Message: thanks. This additional one-time offer is only for customers. A good shopping cart and payment processor will allow you to add these items easily. If yours doesn't, it's time to change services. Sell more to existing customers. Your existing customers are likely to respond to sales, promotions, or additional offers of any kind. By reaching out to them more frequently, you will almost certainly bring in additional income. You will want to be careful about not pushing them too much, but the key is balance. Your customers want to hear from you. They have given you money in exchange for something they value. Make it easy for them to do so again and again. Tweaking your way to the bank, all the details. When I talked with business owners about the kind of tweaks they worked on, many said things such as the most important thing is to keep taking action. Others mentioned setting aside half an hour every morning to work strictly on business improvements before driving to the actual running of the business. All of this sounds good, but it also begs the question: if you decide to take action, what does action look like? How do you spend your daily half hour on business improvements? Here are some common examples of action based tweaking. Create a hall of fame. Shine a spotlight on your best customers. Let them tell their own stories about how they have been helped through your business. It helps up to provide a variety of stories as people will relate to different perspectives and backgrounds. This provides social proof that your product or service works for all kinds of people. Institute a new upsell. Adding a good upsell offer or several is probably the easiest and most powerful strategy you can use to ramp up your average order size. Some business owners are initially apprehensive about upsells, not wanting to apply a high pressure or sleazy technique. But a good upsell isn't sleazy at all, it's contextually appropriate and inspires appreciation from customers. Wow, thank for the offer is a common response. Think about going to a restaurant where you had planned on eating dessert, but the waiter's recommendation of the chocolate bread pudding is so compelling that you have to try it, and it's delicious. You have successfully upsold and you were happy about it. The confirmation page that appears after the online purchase is one of the best and most understood and underused places for an upsell offer. Right after a customer has purchased, they are highly inclined to purchase something else. Make a strong offer here, and your conversion rate can be 30% or higher. Encourage referrals. Most people know that word of mouth is the greatest source of new business. But instead of waiting for something to happen, you can encourage your customer to spread the word. When asking for referrals, it helps to be specific. Can you send your our offer to three of your friends? Or can you like our page on Facebook? Might be a good fit. Again, the confirmation page after a purchase is a good place to do this, in addition to a mailing sent a few days later. Hold a contest. As mentioned in chapter 9, some people become extremely motivated about contests and giveaways. Find a way to give away a prize and invite people to compete. The bigger the prize or the more unique the contest, the better. You may not make a ton of sales from a contest, but it will bring you more attention and a greater audience for future sales. Introduce the most powerful guarantee you can think of. Most businesses have boring guarantees. If you don't like this, you will get your money back. But when we buy something, our money isn't all we are concerned with. We are also concerned about time and validation. If you have to return something, will it be a pain in the ass? Make it the opposite of a pain in the ass. Some businesses provide a guarantee of one 110%, ensuring that the burden is on the business to deliver. Japan famously created free shipping both ways to take away the hesitation about buying shoes without trying them on. A host of competitors had to follow suit. Alternatively, make a big deal about offering no guarantee. Instead of providing an incredible guarantee, provide no guarantee and make a big deal about this fact. Note that this strategy usually works better for high end products. It will likely decrease oversells but increase the commitment level from those who do purchase. Ironically, people who pay for high-end products and to be better customers all around, low-paying buyers are the worst. One business owner who sold a broad range of products at different prices told me we have far more complaints from people who pay $10 and expect the world than from those who pay $1,000. I have noticed a similar effect in my own business with people buying the lower price version of something generating a much higher rate of customer service issues than those who buy the higher priced version. The key lesson in all these ideas is to always be experimenting, try new things and see what happens. Okay, we will start product to service to product in the next session. If you are new on the channel, subscribe the channel and press bell icon so that you will get notification about new video upload. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you so much.